Hey guys, so I get asked quite a bit about what adhesives I use and why I use them, so I thought I would answer it in a video. And I just want to start by saying that I am not an expert. These are my opinions, and it does matter where you live. Your humidity levels could change how certain adhesives work. So if you're going to do any kind of investment in adhesives, then you might want to check that out in your area, see what works and what doesn't. So I'm going to walk you through my favorites, and I'm going to tell you why I use them, and I'm also going to show you some alternatives. So I thought it would be fun to create a freebie for you that I will put on my Facebook page, and I'll put a link to that below. And it's an envelope with an insert. And so what I thought would be fun is to use the envelope to experiment with the different adhesives, because I have bought a few adhesives that I've never tried before, because they are readily available, and I thought I would give them a try and see what happens. So it just started raining here, so if you hear booms and any kind of storm behavior, it is because it is raining here. So this will be on my Facebook page, like I said, and then I wanted to show you too that you can print it out in black and white. Looks kind of cool. And then I even printed it out on some watercolor paper, and I started to watercolor it. Isn't that pretty? So anyway, so I'm going to show you how to cut this out real quick, and then we'll get moving. Okay, first all you really want to do is separate the two. And so I'm going to show you how to do this insert real quick. All you have to do is separate it like that, and then I'm using my 1/4 of an inch fun foam mat, and I'm going to go and score it first and fold it and then trim it out. Just like that. And it just makes it a lot easier to trim it out. Plus I wanted to make sure you all knew that this is a 3x4 size. Whoops. I didn't want to get my trimmer out. But it'd probably be better for this if you used a trimmer because you've doubled it over. But anyway, so it's a 3x4 size, so it's basically squared off on all 4 sides. So you want to go ahead and do that first, and I should be using these. These are more heavy duty, and then you just want to trim it out. And if you scored it just right, you should be pretty good on the back side. And then the same here, you just want to go ahead. You could use a paper trimmer, but you just want to go ahead and trim it completely out. Whoops. Trying to hold it up in the air and not get my head over it makes me a little shaky. It really doesn't take that long to trim out. I've already pre-cut a ton of these, and I just sat down in front of the TV and just trimmed and scored and folded. Okay, so I wanted to tell you too, there's a little trick to this to get the best matchup, is you want to go ahead and score these two flaps here, just like that. But I do want to score this. So the cardstock that I'm using is the 65-pound weight cardstock that I get at Staples. It's not cover stock, it's cardstock, but this is 65 pounds, and all of the envelopes that I've already made are the exact same, 65 pound. So then you just want to fold over these little flaps here, like that. Oops, looks like I didn't trim very well. That's okay. Boop. So instead of scoring this center line right here, all you need to do is fold it over, match up that bottom corner, and then press. Now the thicker the cardstock, the harder that will be to do, but it's not hard. So then there will be your finished envelope once you add adhesive to these two pieces. Okay? Alright, so let's get to the adhesives. Okay, so I've got my big old pile of envelopes and inserts that I've already cut out. So I think I'm going to start with my favorite clear adhesive, which is Fabri-Tac by Beacon. And I get this at Hobby Lobby, and it is an 8-ounce bottle, and it's $13.99, and it never goes on sale. But if you use your 40% off coupon, you can get it at a pretty good price. I love this stuff because it works on absolutely everything except plastic. I was putting some tabs on some plastic sheets, and it popped off. So I had to go back and use a different adhesive. So this is my absolute favorite. Now, I usually use it for things like adding mats to pages or gluing a couple things together. It's thick, it works well, it grabs quick, it gives you a minute. It's like, oh shoot, I didn't mean to cover, shut that all the way. You can open it up. So I like that you can do that, but it's a good strong adhesive. You know what I want to do? I have a pen. This is a friction pen made by Pilot, and it's erasable. So what I want to do is write on here what adhesive I'm using, so that I can, when I come back and see how well it's held, I'll know. So I'm going to use it on that, and then I'm going to use it on the envelope. So I'm going to write it on here. And normally I would not use a liquid adhesive on an envelope, but I just wanted to show you that you can. And it's also good because it'll give you time if you messed up a little bit. Now, this adhesive does get goopy after you've had it open a while. It still works just the same. It's just a little bit of a pain when it gets real goopy and thick and stringy. But you can always remove that with your finger. You can just keep rubbing, or you can use an adhesive remover. So there, and then look, if you needed to, you could open it back up. It gives you time to move stuff around. So there's Fabri-Tac, and then that literally is my favorite go-to glue. So then, if you don't have Fabri-Tac, oh, another thing about Fabri-Tac, it is not in the area you would think it would be. It is literally with the fabric dyes and paints and stuff like that, fabric crafts type deal. That's usually where you'll find this. There's also Helmar 450 quick dry adhesive. I don't use this very much because I've always got my Fabri-Tac, but it is a good backup. So Helmar, I got this at Hobby Lobby too. It's $7.99 for a 4.23 ounce bottle. There's also Aleene's clear gel tacky glue. I think you can get this at Hobby Lobby too. Did I price that one up? For a 4-ounce bottle, which this is, it was $2.99. So this is a good alternative. And then last but not least, glossy accents. So remember I told you how the Fabri-Tac didn't work on the plastic? Well, this will. This will hold, and it grabs quick on plastic. So, but this will work for anything. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to use it. It does get clogged up. So I'm going to use it to close this and show you and see how long it takes for it to hold. This is kind of expensive. I'm not sure. A 2-ounce bottle, which this is $6.99, but a little bit goes a long way. Right on here. This one's made by Ranger. And so let's see, will it let me pull it back apart? Yeah, it does, but I have a feeling it doesn't like that. We'll see. Okay, so there's the glossy accents, and then I'm going to use it on an envelope just because I've cut out so many. Why not, right? And I think it tacks pretty quick. But this you could use for like metal and all kinds of good stuff. It is clear, but it is glossy. So I like to use this more for accents and stuff, and of course using stuff on plastic. Okay, so let me write on here. And the glossy accents you can find in any craft store just about, because it's a scrapbooking and craft type glue. So there's that. And then the next one I wanted to talk about is white glue. This is my go-to white glue. It's Scotch Quick Dry Adhesive. I really like it. It's by 3M. I really like it. I like the old bottle better, so if I buy more, I put it in this bottle because it stands upside down and I don't have to shake it. I usually use this when I'm like binding, not binding, but when I'm attaching a page to a flap for my scrapbooks. It grabs really quick and it holds really well, and it's not gloopy and it doesn't slide around. So let's see, let's use it on an insert. The only thing that I've noticed about it is you kind of have to be careful how much you use. It can show through your paper if it's too thick. And squeezing it out everywhere. Let me grab a baby wipe. Just so I don't get my hands all gluey. Okay, let's see if it'll open back up. And it does. Obviously that's not something you will need to do a lot. Oh, if y'all don't believe me whether or not this erases, it does. See? It completely erases off of there. My favorite pen. I love it. And it's, of course, purple. Okay, so there's the Scotch Quick Dry, which, again, this is my favorite white glue. And then other alternatives would be, oh, I didn't tell you the price of the Scotch. I don't know if I priced this one up. I'm thinking it's probably, whoa, $7 or $8 for the 4-ounce bottle. I forgot to price it up. And then here, Aleene's original tacky glue. This is really, really thick. It's $3.27 for an 8-ounce bottle, but it's really inexpensive, and it's readily available. There's different size bottles too, but this is the size that I have. So let's see. Let's just do an insert with it. And again, you have to be careful how much you use, because you don't want it to show through. Now this is pretty good size, thick cardstock, so none of this may have an effect on it at all. So let's just write tacky glue on here. And it's tacked pretty quick. And it opens back up. It gives you a few minutes working time. So yeah, that's not too bad. So it's not my favorite, but it's okay. And then another one I like to use is Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. I have mixed feelings about this. I think it's kind of expensive. I didn't price this one up either. It has two tips. It has this broad one, which I don't think I've ever used. And then it has the point. This one does, if you use too much, this one will warp your paper. I'm going to use it on an envelope too. But it tacks quick. You can open it back up. That one can get a little messy. I don't know why, but it does. Let's see. Oh look, my fingers are already sticking together. And I've got a little glue there. That's awesome. Let me get my baby wipe. You got to be real careful with that glue. If you get it anywhere, it's really sticky. And most of these glues are permanent. Most of them are not meant to be pulled apart. They're meant to be permanent. So let's do an envelope. And this is probably equal to the Scotch Quick Dry, except it does attach a lot faster. You got to work a little bit quicker, in my opinion. In my climate, that's what happens anyway. And you really, you know, you have to be careful, because that stuff, I don't know how it happens, but every time I use the Tombow Mono, I get it everywhere. I'm not sure why. I bet a lot of you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, see, I keep having to go back and hold this. Maybe it doesn't attach as quickly as I thought it was gonna. Alright. So that's the Tombow Mono. And then last but not least is the Ranger Multi-Matte Medium or Multi-Medium Matte. This is a medium, but it's also good for gluing things. It holds good and it's permanent, and it's artist quality, it's acid free, it's all that crap. And I just put it in a squeeze, you know, a fine tip squeeze bottle. You can get it in a small, tiny bottle, but I couldn't find one for the video. I was looking for one, but I couldn't find it. And I didn't price this up, but I think it's like $5.99 or something like that for a 3.8 full ounce container. But you don't usually see these in the stores. You have to get these online. So that's another kind of downfall to this. If you could, sometimes you can get the little bottles, but they're a little bit harder to find. All right. So I'm not going to glue anything with that because I don't usually use that for my scrapbooking per se. Next up, glue sticks. This is, I only have two options on glue sticks. The cheap kind, which this happens to be Paper Studio, and let me check my notes here. The glue stick, the Paper Studio, you can get a 6-pack for $4.99, and I use this when I'm using my double-sided sticky tape. Let me just show you. Let me show you on an insert, because I know it's not going to hold. It's not a permanent. I mean, it says it's permanent, but it's not the best. It's kind of like school glue kind of thing. It's acid-free and non-toxic and all that, which is lovely. And it's good for photos if you wanted to stick down a photo. So let me write that on there. Paper Studio glue stick. Oh, sorry about that. I meant to turn my phone off. Let me do that. Okay, so there's the Paper Studio, and then the Yoo-Hoo stick. This one is my favorite if I'm really wanting it to stick and stay down and stay stuck. Stick and stay stuck. This is, it's washable. You can use wet media over top of something you've used with this, and I don't think you can really do that so much with other glue sticks. I got this at my local art store, and it was $2.79, which is a little kind of pricey for a glue stick, but it's really worth it. So you can use wet media after you've stuck some ephemera down, or just different little collagey things with this glue stick. You can go back, you know, you can get wet watercolor or whatever you're using, and it won't come off. Once it's dry, it's dry. I don't think it takes a whole long time to cure. Doesn't really say. So that's my favorite glue stick, the Yoo-Hoo. The Yoo-Hoo, I don't even know if that's how you say it. The Yoo-Hoo glue stick. And then next up, let's do double-sided adhesive. Scor-Tape. This is 1/4 inch, and it's distributed by Scor-Pal. People call it Suquain. I call it Suquain. This is absolutely my 100% favorite tape when I am building scrapbook pages or making envelopes or doing spines and stuff like that. Oh, I've already got one. I'm just going to get ready to open it, but I've already got one right here. This is my favorite. Now, this one I never see in stores, so you know, if you can order it anywhere between $3.99 and $5.99, depending on what store you're at online. I'll try to put some links below of where I get things that I can only get online, if I remember. Hopefully, I will. So this one is my absolute favorite Scor-Tape. So what you want to do is open your envelope back up, and you just want to run a piece down at the bottom, and you want to use, people tear it. I'm a little bit too picky about that. I can't just tear it. So I use my Tim Holtz scissors. They're heavy duty and they're resistant to adhesive. So you just want to put that down. And this is a permanent adhesive. Then you want to remove the backing, which on any double-sided tape, I think the backing is kind of a pain in the tushy, but you have to have it. And then I like to fold this side in first and then the bottom so that nothing gets stuck on there, and then we can seal it up. So I'm going to put on here Scor-Tape. Now this is the one, that's what I meant by using my glue stick. I should have used my, just to show you, but I've done it so many times in my videos. Another reason why I like to cut it instead of tear it is it goes all the way to the edge, which is nice. This will pull back apart, and well, let me show you. I've got this tool too. If I ever mess up, I think this is a Cricut tool. Yep, it's a Cricut tool, and I think it's meant to get things off your sticky mat. But you can also use it to separate your Scor-Tape. Now I'm not going to go through and separate the whole thing, but it will, you know, if you just sit there and work at it, it will separate the two. It may tear the paper slightly, but in a dire need, use something flat like that. So there's my Scor. Now I would not use this to close up anything. I wouldn't use it for adding mats or anything like that. But I really only use it when I'm building something, when I'm making an envelope or building a page. So it's too expensive to be using it to close this kind of stuff up or adding mats. Okay, so while I was at the store the other day looking for stuff, I saw these American Crafts sticky tapes, double-sided sticky tapes. And since they were at Hobby Lobby, I thought, you know what, I will try them out because it's readily available, and if I run out of my other one, it may take a week to get more adhesive. So, plus I thought it's a little cheaper. Like this one is two-sided adhesive tape. That's what it says. It's American Crafts. It's 11 yards. And it says it's permanent and all of that. But my Scor-Tape is 27 yards. So there's obviously a lot more tape on this. But this is $2.99. I don't know if it ever goes on sale. It may. I don't know. But I thought I would try it. So this one's only 5 yards, and it's double-sided super sticky red tape. And this says it cures in 24 hours. It's permanent and it cures. So I guess once it's cured, it's done. There's no taking that sucker off apparently. Alright, so I'm going to try it because I've never tried these before. And I do want other alternatives. Oh goodness. If I run out of mine, which I usually don't because I order like, I don't know, 10 rows of the, well, 10 rows of the Scor-Tape, just so I never run out. And when I'm about ready on my, last one, I order some more. Okay, so this one is the two-sided adhesive tape by American Crafts. Yep, I couldn't think for a minute there. Oh, what we got here? Alrighty. Well, we got a strange little tail there. Okay. I guess that's supposed to make it easier. Whoa. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another envelope. I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to run a strip, not over that score mark. And again, I'm going to cut it with my scissors. Okay. And let me see if I can get it with my fingernail. Nope. I just did my fingernails too. They should be. Oh, look at there. What is this? More plastic? Maybe it went around further than I thought. There we go. Oh. I guess I should have been paying more attention. I don't know what that's about. Oh, and it's not stuck down. Oh well, too late. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing I'm going to attach the bottom to the side first. I'm going to flip it over. And it looks like it'll come apart a little bit. So this one is American Crafts two-sided tape, or adhesive tape. But okay, well, it grabbed pretty good, and it looks like it's going to stick pretty good. So there's an option. And then let's do the double-sided super sticky red tape. So these ones, oh, there's no thingy holding this one shut. Goodness, I think these companies just like to mess with us. Unless there's one on the bottom. Ugh. Oh, look at there, it's stuck to the packaging. I don't know if that's good or bad. Oh no, that might be bad. Oh, here we go. Okay, now this one's only 5 yards, but this one's supposed to be like super duper heavy duty. Alright, sorry. I was watching something with my kid the other day and that made me laugh. Oh, this is really sticky. Okay, so let's do another envelope. And I'm going to do it the same way. I don't think you can tear this one. I don't know. I guess I could try. No. There's no tearing of that one. I have tried other red backing tape, and it was frustrating because of the backing, but we'll see if that does it. Wow, that's some sticky stuff. So maybe this one would be more comparable to the Suquain. Maybe it's more heavy duty. Maybe the white backing one is more of a everyday lightweight, adding mats and kind of thing. All right, so let's see. What? I think that's with any backing. It likes to stick to you. All right, let me move those. Oh, well, yep, hang on. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to stick it down, and it attaches immediately, obviously. And there's no pulling that apart, maybe just a tiny hair. So that red American Crafts double-sided tape. Oops, so yeah, that's right. So that would probably be more comparable to the Scor-Tape, strong, heavy duty. So if you can't get a hold of the Scor-Tape, try the American Crafts. It says Sticky Thumb double-sided super sticky red tape. I think that would probably be more equivalent, and this is more of equivalent like a tape runner. This is my favorite tape runner. It's Scotch ATG Advanced Tape Glider, and I wanted to tell you, where did my little package go? I don't usually use this to attach photos and things down, so I don't really worry about it being acid free. So the tape that Scotch makes for this, you can get 2 rolls with the acid free for like $10, or you can get 2 rows of just the regular double-sided tape for like $5. But the Frugal Crafter turned me onto this, the tapedepot.com scrapbooking tape, and it's really cheap. Like, I bought a box of 20, and I think it ended up being maybe $1 something a roll or something. I'll have to do the math and put it in the description box below. But so this is where I get it, and it comes really, really, really fast. So I just wanted to show. I'll show you my box. See my box? Oh, look at all that. Won't never run out of tape ever. Hopefully. So usually when I'm using the tape runner, you can use it to close things up like this. Whoops, I don't have to go on both sides. And you can use it for mats. You can use it to attach envelopes together if you want, but it doesn't always stay stuck. It's not the strongest adhesive. Oops, I can't even get my... it's not the 100% strongest adhesive, but for me it works out really well because I use it when I'm making my instruction manuals or guidebooks. Let me grab one, be right back. So this is my Ultimate DIY Scrapbook workbook. So I've got all these plastic sleeves in here, and what I like about this tape is it's cheap enough to where I can use it to attach these pieces down to my plastic sheet, and I use it a lot. I mean, I do it every time I make one of these books. I attach my pieces down to the plastic. Oh, that one's not on the outside. Oh, look at the cute little envelope. That way I don't lose them. So when I'm using them as templates or I need to see if it's going to work on something, I use these pieces. So this is my favorite tape when I'm doing stuff like this. And, you know, other small things. Let me show you how it works on an envelope. Whoa. I didn't do one yet. No, I just did this. I would not use it for this, but you can. There's no rules that says you can't use it. It just may not stay stuck. Like if you're actually going to mail something, I would not use this adhesive. It's not, I don't guarantee that it will stay stuck. So it will work. If you're just doing like a little insert for a scrapbook or a junk journal, it will work for that, but it may end up pulling apart in the future. So this is my favorite tape runner for, you know, when I'm working in my workbooks and things. So let me scooch that out of the way. Another one I've used before is the Tombow. And I think these are, let me see, the Tombows are $6.99 for a tape runner. And I don't think you get a refill. I actually find these slightly frustrating, this one in particular. It seems like I never can use it correctly. I don't know. It's frustrating, and the refills I have a hard time with. It seems like I'm always replacing the tape in here if I'm using it for a big project. So what that tells me is this might be good for a to-go situation. You know, if you're scrapbooking or art journaling or something on the go, something like this might work well. Now, the dots are kind of cool if you've got like openings or you've got a word that you want to spread adhesive on. So this one I kind of like to keep around. And they do have another one. I actually got this in a 3-pack at Michael's, I think. This is a removable adhesive, so if you wanted something, you just want to tack something onto your planners or whatever, this one might be kind of good for that. But I really was spending a lot of money on these tape runners, and it got really, you know, the refills, and it got kind of frustrating. So not my favorite. It's just a personal preference to not use this. So I'm not going to do a demonstration on that, but I am going to do a demonstration on this. I found this at Hobby Lobby. Again, something readily accessible. So is the ATG tape. It is readily accessible at Hobby Lobby, probably even Walmart and Target and Joann's and Michael's and all those places. So that's easy to find. It's just kind of pricey. And I don't know how much is in each roll. But this one is American Crafts, and it's a Hobby Lobby, and it's $7.99. And you get the tape runner with tape in it and a refill. And it says, let's see. It says 17.5 yards. I don't know if that's per thingy. I bet it's per thingy. Or maybe not. It might be both. I don't know. If anybody knows the answer to that, let me know. Nor do I know if it's easy to refill. So let's give this a whirl and see. It says it's permanent and easy to refill. Permanent, archival safe, easy to refill, smooth rolling. Okay, so I've seen some other people on YouTube using these, so I thought I would give it a try since it's easy to come by. So, but that's nice that the, I thought the tape runner was going to be loose in there, the refill. Uh-oh. Well, don't do that, y'all. because it's not enclosed in anything. There we go. Now it is. Okay. So this one is American Crafts, and it's called Sticky Thumb, and I've never used it before. So let's see. Let's use it on one of these first. Okay, I like the way that it comes out. Oh, look, okay, that's pretty cool. Alright. And it looks like it's sticking pretty good. This is tape, or American Crafts tape runner. And let's do an envelope. I'm not sure I would use it for an envelope. It says it's permanent, but I'm not sure. So let's see. Oops, I didn't get a very good coverage. Uh-oh, I've got something going on right here. Huh. A little odd. Where'd my lid go? I'm assuming the lid only goes on one way, or it goes both ways. Either way is fine. That one's good. Okay, well, this would be good for to-go too, I guess. Alright, same thing. Flip it over. Flip it over. This would be good for making quick little things. I wouldn't send it through the mail, but I don't know because I've never used it before. Oh, look, I can pull it straight apart, which is okay, but maybe not for envelopes and stuff like this. So American Crafts tape runner. And the price isn't too bad either on it. So, okay, so that is all of the adhesives that I wanted to share with you. And I wanted to go back and tell you really quick what my favorites are. Okay, so my favorite clear glue is Beacon Fabri-Tac. My favorite, I'll use it for just about anything and everything except plastic, which I learned the hard way. And then my favorite white glue is Scotch Quick Dry Adhesive. You can get this just about anywhere. It's my favorite white glue. I better turn it this way. I also want to point out on the Tombow Mono, another little special thing about the Tombow is if you put it on something and you let it dry completely, it's restickable. It's like, it's not like a sticky note or anything because it's a little bit stronger than that, but it's repositional once you let it dry. So that's another reason why I keep this around, but it's not my favorite, but I like it. And it'd probably be good for travel too because it's a good size. Okay. And then my favorite glue stick is Yoo-Hoo stick for permanent. And again, I use this for, you know, other stuff for with my double-sided adhesive. So that is my favorite glue stick. And then my favorite double-sided tape is Scor-Tape by Scor-Pal. So if you can only get one glue, just one glue, that's all you could get. You couldn't go get all of these different options. One glue, I would get the Fabri-Tac. That would work about just about everything except plastic. Fabri-Tac is my favorite. If you can get two glues, I would get a good clear glue and a good double-sided adhesive. These two, if I had to only get two adhesives, these two would be the ones that I would go get. Again, these are just my opinions, everybody. So let me know in the comments below what your opinions are. And I hope this helped with the glue question, the adhesive question. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And I will see you next time. Bye.